In a tranquil village nestled between rolling hills and a gentle river, there lived a humble woman named Kiyomi. She was known throughout the village for her inner strength, unwavering resilience, and her ability to find light even in the darkest of times. Kiyomi had faced more adversity in her life than most could imagine. In her youth, she had been a vibrant and spirited young woman, full of dreams and aspirations. But fate had a different path in mind for her. One fateful day, as Kiyomi was on her way to the market, she found herself caught in a sudden and violent storm. The rain poured relentlessly, and the winds howled with fury. Kiyomi, soaked to the bone and struggling to stay on her feet, was struck by a falling branch. The blow was severe, leaving her with a crippling injury that robbed her of her ability to walk. For many, this would have been a devastating blow, a tragedy from which they might never recover. But Kiyomi was made of sterner stuff. She refused to let her circumstances define her. Instead, she embraced the teachings of Zen Buddhism that had been passed down through generations in her village. Kiyomi knew that adversity was a part of life, but how one responded to it was a choice. She chose resilience. She chose to find meaning and purpose in her suffering. And so, her journey of overcoming adversity began. As she lay in her bed, unable to walk, Kiyomi found solace in the simple pleasures of life. She would spend hours gazing out of her window, watching the river flow, and the cherry blossoms bloom. She found peace in the rhythm of nature and the beauty of the world around her. One day, as she watched the river, Kiyomi noticed a group of children playing by the water's edge. Their laughter filled the air, and their boundless energy was infectious. Kiyomi felt a deep longing to be a part of their world, to experience the simple joys of running and playing. But she knew that her disability was a barrier, not an insurmountable one, but a barrier nonetheless. It was then that she remembered the wisdom of the Zen teachings. She realized that true freedom was not the ability to run and play, but the freedom of the mind. With this newfound understanding, Kiyomi embarked on a journey of self-discovery. She delved into the teachings of Zen Buddhism, learning to quiet her mind and find stillness within herself. She practiced meditation, focusing on her breath and letting go of the worries and fears that had held her captive for so long. As the years passed, Kiyomi's inner strength grew. She discovered that despite her physical limitations, she was capable of achieving a deep sense of peace and contentment. She found joy in the small moments of life, in the laughter of children, the warmth of the sun on her face, and the gentle caress of the wind. But Kiyomi's journey was far from over. One day, as she was meditating by the river, she heard a faint cry for help. With great effort, she made her way to the water's edge, where she saw a young boy struggling to stay afloat in the strong current. Without a second thought, Kiyomi summoned all her strength and courage. She reached out and pulled the boy to safety, saving his life. The villagers who had gathered by the river were astonished by her bravery. As she lay on the riverbank, exhausted but fulfilled, Kiyomi realized that her disability had not defined her, but had given her a unique opportunity to make a difference in the world. She had discovered that true strength came from within, and that the power to overcome adversity was not determined by the body, but by the spirit. Word of Kiyomi's heroic act spread throughout the village, and she became a source of inspiration for all who knew her. She continued to live a life of purpose, using her inner strength to help those in need and to spread the teachings of Zen Buddhism. In her later years, as she lay on her deathbed, surrounded by loved ones, Kiyomi reflected on her incredible journey. She had faced adversity head-on, and in doing so, had discovered the true meaning of resilience and redemption. Her life had been a testament to the power of the human spirit, and to the wisdom of the Zen teachings that had guided her. She had shown that no matter the circumstances, one could always choose to find meaning and purpose in life, and to overcome adversity with grace and courage. Kiyomi's legacy lived on long after her passing. Her story was told and retold, a reminder to all that true strength came from within, and that the human spirit was capable of extraordinary resilience and redemption. And so, in the quiet village by the river, the teachings of Zen Buddhism continued to flourish, thanks to the unwavering spirit of a woman named Kiyomi, who had shown the world that even in the face of the greatest adversity, one could rise above and find true peace and redemption. In the end, Kiyomi's journey was a testament to the power of the human spirit, and a reminder that no matter the challenges we face, we have the capacity to overcome, to find meaning and purpose, and to experience the true triumph of the soul. The story of Kiyomi serves as an inspiration to us all, a timeless reminder that within each of us lies the potential for greatness, and that the path to redemption is open to all who dare to embrace it. It is a story that speaks to the universal human experience, a story of hope, resilience, and the enduring power of the human spirit. In the quiet village of Satori, nestled in the heart of a serene valley, there lived a man named Ryota. From the outside, his life seemed ordinary, but those who knew him well understood that Ryota's journey was far from ordinary. It was a testament to the remarkable power of resilience and redemption. Ryota was born into a family of modest means. His father, Jiro, was a hard-working carpenter, and his mother, Kahana, was a weaver renowned for her intricate patterns. Life in Satori was simple but content, and the family lived in harmony with the rhythms of nature. Ryota grew up in this idyllic setting, learning the art of carpentry from his father and the delicate craft of weaving from his mother. He was content, believing that life would always be this way. However, when Ryota was just a young man, tragedy struck. A devastating fire swept through the village, reducing their home to ashes and claiming the lives of his parents. Ryota was left with nothing but the charred remnants of his once happy life. He felt as though the ground had crumbled beneath him, and he was left in a void of despair. With a heavy heart and a sense of hopelessness, Ryota decided to leave Satori. He ventured out into the world, seeking solace in the unknown. He roamed from village to village, taking up odd jobs to sustain himself. Along the way, he met a wandering monk named Eiichi. Eiichi was a wise man, known for his serene countenance, and the depth of his teachings. One evening, by the flickering light of a campfire, Ryota shared his story with Eiichi. He spoke of the tragedy that had befallen him and how he felt adrift in a world that seemed harsh and unforgiving. Eiichi listened attentively, his eyes reflecting the dancing flames. When Ryota had finished, Eiichi spoke in a voice as gentle as the evening breeze. Ryota, life is a river that flows with both joy and sorrow. Just as a river must bend and twist through rugged terrain, so too must we navigate the twists and turns of fate. It is in these moments of adversity that we discover our true strength. Ryota looked at Eiichi, his eyes filled with longing. But how can I find strength in the face of such loss and despair? Eiichi smiled knowingly. Strength is not the absence of pain, Ryota. It is the courage to face it. Your journey has just begun, and in time, you will come to see that even the darkest night can give birth to the brightest dawn. With Eiichi's words echoing in his heart, Ryota continued his travels. He encountered people from all walks of life, each with their own struggles and triumphs. Along the way, he honed his carpentry skills, and his craftsmanship became renowned in the villages he visited. However, despite his success, he carried the weight of his past like a shadow. One day, while passing through a bustling city, Ryota came across a dilapidated temple in desperate need of repair. The temple had once been a place of great spiritual significance, but over the years, it had fallen into disrepair. The head monk, a wise old man named Zenji, welcomed Ryota and shared the temple's history. As Ryota listened to Zenji's tales of the temple's glory days, he felt a deep sense of purpose stir within him. He offered to restore the temple to its former glory, pouring his heart and soul into the work. Day by day, he toiled under the scorching sun and the watchful gaze of the temple's guardian statue, a serene Buddha with a face that seemed to radiate compassion. Weeks turned into months, and the temple slowly began to transform. Ryota's craftsmanship breathed new life into the weathered wood and crumbling stone. As he worked, he found solace in the rhythmic sound of his tools, and his heart began to heal. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Zenji approached Ryota. He could see the transformation that had taken place within the young carpenter. With a smile, Zenji said, "Ryota, you have given this temple a new lease on life, but in doing so, you have also given yourself the greatest gift of all, the gift of redemption." Ryota bowed respectfully to Zenji. "It is you who have shown me the way, venerable monk. Your wisdom and guidance have been a beacon of light in my darkest hours." Zenji placed a hand on Ryota's shoulder. "Remember, my friend, that adversity is not the end of the road, it is merely a bend in the river. Just as the lotus rises from the muddy waters to bloom in the sunlight, so too can we rise above our circumstances and find our true purpose." Ryota continued to work on the temple, but now, it was not just a physical restoration, it was a restoration of his spirit. He found peace in the act of creation, and his heart grew lighter with each passing day. Word of the temple's transformation spread far and wide, and people began to flock to its gates once more. They came seeking solace and spiritual guidance, and Zenji, with his gentle wisdom, welcomed them all. Ryota's journey had come full circle. He had gone from the depths of despair to finding purpose and redemption in the most unexpected of places. As he looked at the temple he had helped restore, he realized that it was not just a building of wood and stone, it was a symbol of his own resilience and the power of the human spirit to overcome adversity. In the years that followed, Ryota became a revered member of the temple community. He continued to create beautiful works of carpentry, each piece imbued with the lessons he had learned on his journey. He shared Eiichi's teachings with those who sought guidance, reminding them that strength was not the absence of pain but the courage to face it. The Temple of Satori became a place of healing and transformation, a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit to overcome adversity and find redemption. It stood as a beacon of hope for all who passed through its gates, a reminder that no matter how dark the night, the dawn would always break. And so, the story of Ryota, the carpenter who had risen from the ashes of despair, became a legend in the village of Satori. It was a story of resilience and redemption, of finding purpose in the face of adversity, and of the transformative power of the human spirit. As the years went by, the temple's guardian statue, the serene Buddha with the compassionate face, seemed to smile a little brighter, as if it too had found peace in the knowledge that, in the end, the human spirit would always triumph over adversity. And so, dear reader, remember the tale of Ryota whenever you face the trials and tribulations of life. Know that within you lies the power to overcome, to find purpose, and to rise above the darkest of moments. As Eiichi once said, strength is not the absence of pain, but the courage to face it. Embrace your journey, for it is in the journey that we find our true selves and discover the incredible capacity of the human spirit to overcome, to transform, and to triumph.